Good evening, I'm Luke Brown, and today is Winning Wednesday. The horse that's behind me is Max, and he's coming along. He still really struggles with not panicking and kicking when he's on his right side when he feels pressure on his right leg or on his right flank, or he's just real reactive with that right side. So trying to work through that, and right now I'm working on driving him with a couple of unmatched reins, and he's coming along. He is improving, but he's very, very challenging for sure. And today for Winning Wednesday, I was listening to a podcast by Joe Rogan, one of the many podcasts he has, and it's his most recent podcast. Can't even remember the name of the guy he was interviewing, but it's a comedian he was interviewing that he had encouraged to get into the comedy world. And he talked about, the guy talks about his tour is he calls it Lucky. That's his tour in Vegas right now. And he says he's just been a lucky person all his life. And Joe Rogan mentioned that as well. He said, yeah, we are very lucky. He said, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you're lucky because you can hear. If you're watching this podcast right now, you're lucky because you can see. If you live in the United States of America, you're lucky, you're fortunate to be here in the U.S. And if you make over $34,000 a year, you're up in the 1%, the top 1% of income earners in the world. You're lucky. And he just talked about being lucky and how fortunate. Really, it's about being thankful for where we are and the situation that we're in. If you're listening to this, then you have ears to hear. If you're watching this, you have eyes to see, and that is a great blessing. If you're alive, it's a great blessing to be alive. And the other thing he mentioned about being lucky is he said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And that's very, very true. The harder we work, the luckier we're going to be. And so, yes, everybody's born into certain situations, and some are less lucky than others and less fortunate than others. And I don't understand that. I don't know why that is. I don't know why there is such a discrepancy between where I was born and where somebody was born in the middle of Sudan or something. But I do want to just share my appreciation and my good fortune and say how grateful I am to be here in the United States of America and be doing what I'm doing. And also to acknowledge that, yes, the harder I work, the luckier I get. The harder I work at my trade, the luckier I get. The more people I'm introduced to, the more horses I get to work with, the more connections I make, and the more success I'm going to have at Reata Horsemanship and in anything that you or I try in life. We're going to get luckier. Basically, we're gonna put ourselves in situations where some might look from the outside and think it's luck, but it's not really luck. It's just doing what you need to do to make progress in your life, and you're going to come across the people and the circumstances that are going to help you move forward. We all need help from each other to move forward, and the harder we work, the luckier we're going to be. I hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Talk to you soon.